Welcome back, Reborn friends. We have another interesting, juicy episode of Real Time Reborn. You're not going to want to miss this. Of course, we have our fan of the week, we have our artist spotlight, and is the Reborn family shady? What do you think, Aaron? You have to stay tuned and find out.
Hi, I'm Christina, and this is my husband, Bill. Together with our 2 girls and lots of reborn babies, we're the Reborn family. Come along with us as we go on many reborn adventures and grow our family.
You guys, it is time for our fan of the week. So I have Mr. Aaron here, and he is gonna pick our fan of the week this week. So Aaron, who do you think? Okay. So Aaron thinks that it should be Star Harper, and I couldn't agree more. Star, last week in our Real Time Reborn episode, left a comment on how she was so excited because she finally learned the name of her dream kit, which was one of the Sage kits, which is so awesome that she was able to learn that through Real Time Reborn. That's what this show is all about, you guys. Be sure to leave your comment below on this video if you want a chance to have your name shouted out in next week's Real Time Reborn episode. All right, you guys, let's get on with the show. All right, now it's time for my favorite part of the show, Artist Spotlight. This week's artist is someone that I personally adore. I've personally been able to have one of her babies in my collection, and her art is just as beautiful, if not more, in person than it is in photographs. And of course, I'm talking about Chantel Bogus of Irie Gallery. And she predominantly works with silicone babies. She's not just an artist, she's also a sculptor. So she does it all. She roots her babies, she paints them, and she sculpts them head to toe. She does everything. So she has a couple different variations within her silicone babies that she does. She's got cuddle babies. If you're not familiar with a cuddle baby, it has a full cloth body with a silicone head. She's got partials. If you guys watch our show and you're familiar with us, Louie is a partial from her. A partial means that it has full silicone limbs, so the arms and the legs and the head are all full silicone, and the torso is cloth. And then she's offering full body silicones. So she's got a new full body silicone sculpt, and it is gorgeous. It's like one of my dream babies, and I actually think that I'm going to be getting one hopefully within the next month or 2. We're working out a custom for that, so I'm really excited for that baby. The thing that I love about her babies is they feel so realistic. They are weighted perfectly. Like the way that she distributes the weight and everything is absolutely perfect. When I hold her babies, it's like I'm holding a newborn baby. It reminds me of Holly Paz from Precious Paz. Her babies feel similar. They feel super realistic when you hold them, and Irie Gallery's babies are just like that. So without further ado, let's take a moment to look at some of Chantel's beautiful work and appreciate the art that she has given to our community. Here we go, guys. Wow, such beautiful work. Thank you so much, Chantel, for contributing to the community in so many ways. I adore your work. You guys, you see what I mean. Her silicone is gorgeous, it's stunning. It's unlike any other I've seen. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, so I've got to tell you something. And what I'm about to tell you is a bit controversial. So I had a collector reach out to me on Instagram, and she asked me if I knew anyone that would be interested in buying her doll. She had a doll that she wasn't connecting with, she wasn't bonding with, it was for sale, and so she was looking for someone that might be interested in purchasing it. Now, here's who this person is to me at this point. Here's the length of which I know this person. She's a fellow collector like me, and we looked at each other's photos of our reborns on Instagram. We messaged each other here and there, but we don't really know each other all that well. So out of the blue, she messages me and asked me if I'd be interested, or if I knew anyone, if I knew anyone that would be interested in purchasing her doll. So let me explain to you guys what happened from there. So she reaches out to me, and my response is, I asked, is she looking to sell or trade? Because in her initial message, she said that she had a trade lined up that didn't work out. So when I asked her if she was looking to sell or trade, and if she's looking to sell, what price, she said that she would prefer to sell it at this point and not trade anymore. So from there, she said that she was open to reasonable offers. Now, without really knowing much about the doll, it's somewhat hard to know what a reasonable offer was. So at this point, I was intrigued, and here's what I wrote to her. I said, let me see if I know anyone. I'd be interested, but I have some prototype artists making some dolls coming up that I'm saving for. So I don't really have the money to spend right now on any baby over $1,000. I have one friend that might be interested if you give me an idea on price to feel her out. Which is true. I have one friend that was looking for a prototype, and she's the person I thought of instantly. I thought, maybe I can see if she's interested in this doll. Well, this is what the collector responded back. She said, I paid a little over $2,300 for her. So this collector paid over $2,300 for her. I actually was able to verify this on eBay. The week prior to her sending me this message, she had bid on this doll, or at least this doll went for an auction for $2,325. So the doll went for $2,325, and that was verified on eBay. She said she's worth it. She's worth $2,300, and it's true, she is. She said, I'm not gonna try and get that amount I paid because honestly, I just don't need it. So whoever this collector is, she obviously has more money than I do, because I don't have $2,300 to spend and not get back. If I don't fall in love with a doll for that much money, I would hope to get most of that back. But she doesn't need it, she said. She said that, if you have a friend of yours, I would be willing to sell her for $900 shipped. So she tells me, all within the same message, that she bought her for over $2,300, but she'd be happy to sell her to me or to my friend for $900, including shipping, if it was sold or purchased through friends and family on Facebook. Now, those of you in the community that's familiar with using PayPal for purchases of reborns, you know that friends and family is kind of a no-no. And the reason friends and family on PayPal is a no-no is because there's no protection. There's no protection to the buyer and the seller. And typically sellers want to have that protection just as much as buyers do. So usually if someone is offering something through PayPal friends and family, it's a red flag. So this was a bit of a red flag. Well, really there were two red flags, and that's $900 on a doll that was over $2,300 just a week ago, and friends and family. Now here's my other thing is, she claims that she doesn't need the money. She doesn't care about the money. So why does she care about the PayPal fees? If she's losing that much money, going from over $2,300 down to $900, why does she care about the fees? I mean, the fees are a minuscule amount at that point. So I definitely had some red flags going off, but I also was intrigued, right? I mean, it's exactly within my budget, and it's a beautiful doll. It's one that I had admired. And I almost feel like I'd be crazy not to take it. With that said, I also have a risk. I could lose almost $1,000, which is a whole lot of money to me. So, I was torn. I had to sit back for a minute and think about it. I talked it over with my husband, and we just kind of really thought about it because, that's crazy, right? And opportunities like this don't happen very often in the Reborn community, where there's a doll that is obviously very expensive for less than half the price. It was crazy. So, all that to say, after talking to my husband, we decided to move forward with it. We took the risk. We could have lost almost $1,000, which is a lot of money for our family. But we took the risk, and she did follow through, and she did send the doll to me. Now, I got the doll. The doll was beautiful in person. I love how she looks. She's a beautiful doll. However, I didn't feel anything. I felt numb. I just could admire that she's beautiful art, but there was no emotional strings or attachment or anything like that I felt towards the doll. We just did not bond at all. A lot of you guys in the Reborn community can relate to that, where sometimes you bond and sometimes you don't bond. It's the oddest thing because she's so beautiful. She's so perfect. I don't know what it is. I just am not bonding with this doll. And it's interesting because I have one doll in particular that was much, much less. In fact, it's my least expensive doll. And I'm bonded to that doll like there's no tomorrow. So it's just interesting how us in the Reborn community, we bond with certain dolls and other ones we don't. So this is just one of those where I just happen to not bond. But I know that, as the collector had said, she's worth $2,300. She truly is. She's a perfect Reborn. The artist is very well known, and the artist does beautiful, beautiful high-end work. So with that in mind, a couple weeks go by, she's in my collection, and she's kind of just sitting there. She's not really getting the love that all the other ones do. So I see this doll, and I fall in love. Where it's there's some dolls that you see a picture of and you just know that you have to have it, you love it, it's the dream doll for you, especially as a collector. It's you've got to have this in your collection, you just love it so much, and there's a heart connection, there's a bond already there just through photos. So I found a doll like that, and but it was on auction. And all my money, my doll money, was tied up with other customs that you guys will see later in this year. So I decided to list this doll for sale. I didn't list her for $2,300. I decided to list her for $1,800. I felt that was fair. I am the second owner. Just about a month prior, she had sold on eBay for over $2,300. And I thought that was kind of a fair price, and it would also help me to get the doll that I was really wanting, so I could bond or I could bid on that doll. So I list this doll for sale for $1,800. So a couple days go by. I'm posting throughout Facebook and different places that she's for sale, and look how beautiful she is, and everyone's admiring her. I'm getting tons of messages. I'm bombarded with messages of people wanting to know how much and all this stuff. So I'm just replying back to everybody with all the information about her. A lot of people want to see more photos, want to know maybe why I'm selling her, all this kind of stuff. And it was just, tons of messages. So I get to the point where I'm kind of almost robotic, where I'm just replying to everybody. And I'm letting them all know that she's for sale for $1,800. And then I went to message the collector that I had purchased her from on Instagram because I had a question, and I noticed that she had blocked me. And I thought, well, that's really strange. And I actually had purchased a second doll from her prior. So I just thought it was very odd. So I went to Facebook and I messaged her on Facebook. Well, after I sent that message, I didn't hear anything back from her. So she never contacted me. I've never heard anything from her. And a couple days go by, and actually one of the subscribers here messaged me on Instagram screenshots that this collector was calling me Shady. Here's one of the screenshots of what she had been saying about me. There were multiple. So she was going after me, wanting everyone to know how terrible I am, apparently. And here's the thing. So yeah, she sold her to me for $900. And yes, I was selling her for $1,800. Why she sold her to me for $900 when she's very much so worth a lot more is still to this day baffling to me. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever had someone sell you a very high-end doll for a third of what it's worth. But if you have, let me know, because I've never heard of anything like this before. So to begin with, it's an odd situation. The doll is very much so worth more than $900. She said so herself. She said she's worth $2,300. So I felt that I was selling her for what she's worth. Me being her second owner, she's been in 2 homes. I think that $1,800 is fair for the level that this particular doll is at. So, you know, for her to call me out like that, it was hurtful. I was shocked. I by no means saw it coming. And the second thing is, she reached out to me. I did not reach out to her and ask her to give me some good deal. I did not say, I want this doll so bad, like she's saying. I never asked her for anything. I didn't ask her for this doll. I didn't ask her to give me a deal. All I did was explain what my budget status currently was. I thought I was way off. I wasn't making an offer. I was explaining where my finances were within my doll budget. So, you know, this was her approaching me, her asking me, her offering me. All of this was her doing. I didn't ask for a deal on this doll. I didn't ask for any of this, really. I didn't even ask for this doll to begin with. She asked me if I knew anyone that would be interested in purchasing. And a lot of times people ask that of people that they think will be interested in buying the doll. So they say, hey, do you know anyone that's interested in buying such and such doll? What they're really saying is, are you interested in buying this doll? Right? So, I mean, she was approaching me, not the other way around. And I never said, I want this doll so bad. Can you give her to me for $900? So when I got this doll and I did her box opening and saw her in person, I instantly knew, felt, and said, this doll is not a $900 doll. In fact, the fact that this woman sold her to me for $900 is almost insulting to the artist, in my opinion. This artist's dolls are not $900 dolls. At least this one isn't. This doll is stunning. She is very high end. I can tell that the artist worked weeks and weeks, if not maybe even months, on this doll. Her hair alone is incredible. I mean, absolutely stunning. Her paint job is perfection, and she's a gorgeous doll. The fact that I'm not bonding with her is what it is. I'm just not bonding with her. I don't know why, I just am not. But what I do know is I would not sell that doll for $900. This doll is worth a lot more. So my let go price of her was $1,800. That's a price that I felt, okay, yeah, she's definitely worth that. And, you know, I had this other doll in the wings at the time that I really wanted, and I could use it towards that. So all of that was kind of what was going on in my head when I listed her for $1,800. That was like my absolute like highest price for her probably. But, you know, she's worth it. I mean, she just is. And it really is borderline insulting that she sold her to me for $900. Now, looking back at everything and learning more about the artists and how hard they work through this show, I've really learned a lot more about artists and sculptors and what all they do. Looking back now, I wish she hadn't sold her to me for $900. I wish that she had sold her for a lot more, and that this artwork got what its value is. And its value is not $900. I would not sell her for $900. You know, I'm not saying that she has to be sold at $1,800, but definitely not $900. She's worth a lot more than that. And I am saddened by the whole situation because it devalues the artwork, and you know, it devalues the hard work that the artist and sculptor did on this beautiful, beautiful piece of art. All right, you guys, enough of that drama. Let's have some fun. Now it is time for our Reborn Fashion of the Week. I've got Who Wore It Best. Our first baby is gonna be Aaron, and he is wearing an adorable little bear footies by Kate Quinn. So you'll notice that on his little bum is a little bear tail, and then it's got the bear ears on the hood. It's a really cute brown color, and it's definitely gender neutral. Girl or boy could wear it, but this week it's for the boys. Mr. Aaron is wearing it, and I just think he looks so cute. All right, you guys, and for the girls, we have a Precious Paz baby this time. This is Wendy by Precious Paz, and she is wearing an orange stripe footy pants and a cream colored kimono style top with carrots printed on it. This outfit is by Kate Quinn. She also has a coordinating bonnet in orange, and I just think she looks so cute. So I've been just loving this outfit. I love this style right now, the kimono top with the footy pants. I just think it looks really cute on the babies. So that's gonna do it for the girls, and we gotta pick a winner. So who wore it best? Let me know in the comments below. Was it Aaron for the boys in his bare footies, or is it the Precious Paz Wendy baby that's wearing the cute little carrots and bonnet? I have a personal favorite this week. I would say it's the girls, although it was really tough because they're both really, really cute outfits. But you guys decide who the real winner is in the comments below. All right, you guys, that does it for another episode of Real Time Reborn. Really quick, I want to shout out to Star Harper. Thank you so much, Star. We love you. You guys, definitely comment below so that we can shout you out next week. And of course, I have to thank our artist of the week, Chantel Bogus. We are such huge fans of your work. I can't wait to see your full body silicone in person. Keep creating the beautiful art that you do. You make our community better, and thank you for being such a beautiful person as well. All right, you guys, that's it. So I will see you guys again on Friday for a box opening, and this box opening is a very, very special dream baby of mine. I can't wait for that. You might get some sneak peeks. We'll see you Friday, guys. Bye-bye.
Saw your picture